off. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Adam Handler. I'm your case handler. It is Friday. We have made it another week, November 6th. Getting closer and closer, hopefully, to some finality with this election and the ability for the country to start moving on. I'm here for you. We're here for you. I am the managing attorney of the personal injury department. I have been doing personal injury work for over 17 years, having obtained well over $125 million for my clients. My partners are here. They handle the immigration cases. We have a special guest on this morning that's going to let everybody out there know, who we are and what we do and who are we. We are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, otherwise known as PPID. Squeeze, you ever hear of the firm PPID?
Yeah, I think I've heard of them, and I heard that they've been around for about 60 years. Is that a true statement?
Yeah, it is a true statement. And have you heard that PPID has been giving out free phone consultations, no matter what the legal issue is?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, I don't see any other firm doing, free phone consultations, with an attorney, for all the departments. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and with respect to PPID, I mean, have you ever heard of another firm kicking as much ass in the personal injury world as you've heard lately with this firm?
Never, ever, especially within this community. I have never heard that. But one thing I've heard, though, is that that PPID treat people like family, which is very, very interesting because most attorneys treat you like a number, and that's not PPID.
And the attorneys at PPID, aside from being really, 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 really good at what they do, are they good guys?
They are great guys. They're phenomenal guys. As a matter of fact, I know quite a few of them. I know one that I'm actually talking to right now for well over 15 years. And I know another guy by the name of Maverick, and the nickname Nelson Madrid, excellent with, of course, immigration. And I know the maestro, the managing partner, Pollack, guy who's got depth, who's got that voice, and is very knowledgeable, very experienced. And there's another guy called Yee. We call him the scientist. He's got so much information in his head about immigration. So I know quite a few of the attorneys, man. Okay, so for the reasons set forth herein, are you down with PPID? Come on, you know me. I'm down with PPID. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Adam Handler, the case handler. We're just going back and forth just to let you understand what the show is all about. It's called Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration. Today, we've got a guest on the show, but once again, the attorney's here. I will reiterate the managing partner, Pollack. He's the man right at the helm, taking care of things. We've got the Nelson Madrid. He's one that, God forbid, you have ever been arrested and you're filing for immigration benefits. You must go with one firm only, and you must ask for the Maverick. And also, of course, we got Yee, the scientist, of course, when it comes to immigration. All right, so make sure you check him out right there at PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. The number is 844-774-3529. If you call that number now before the top of the hour, you're guaranteed a free phone consultation. Just schedule one with an attorney. The number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. And let me ask, we have a guest on hold on the line right now. And I just wanted one of the attorneys to introduce this guest, all right, and let me know a little bit about what this is all about. Nelson, can you do the honors, please? And then
absolutely. So we have Donnie on the show today. Donnie is obviously not his real name. It's a name we are using for today. Donnie was basically arrested by ICE and in ICE custody for 18 months. We have been representing Donnie throughout the entire process. Donnie believed in us. Donnie stuck with us. And the case went all the way up to the Second Circuit, went all the way back down to the immigration court because there were issues with the decision rendered in this case. And Yi Zhao, who is on the panel today, was basically co-counsel. It was a case I handled at the inception, and Yi basically did the appeals, successfully filed a habeas, and our client got released and is on the verge of remaining in the United States. So we're very, very happy that we were able to assist him, and he will tell you more about his story.
Absolutely. Let's introduce our guest, though. Donnie, how you doing today?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. You're sounding loud and clear. Wow, you're sounding better than most of us here. How you feeling today, man? You feeling good?
I'm blessed. I'm feeling like freedom. Freedom is just, it's such an overwhelming thing.
It is.
But
and you've been incarcerated, or should I say locked up, detained for 18 months, right?
actually it's 21 months.
21 months. Now,
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, before I jump into it, man, freedom is a great thing. And it seems like, seeing that we're going blue today, everybody read between the lines, seeing that we're going blue today, we may have some more freedom, Donnie. All right. But let's jump right into it. Yi, you were one of the attorneys on Donnie's case, okay?
That's right.
After him being locked up for 21 months. Tell me a little bit about Donnie's case and what exactly happened. And Donnie, where are you from originally, man? You went out. Repeat that. 1 second. Let me just see if I can get you back. Okay. Yes, go ahead now. Where were you born?
I was born in Jamaica, West Indies.
You was born in the yard. You're born a yard, Jamaica.
Yard man.
Yard man. All right. So the man is you're a Jamaican. So PPID handling the Jamaicans now. PPID has taken over the Jamaicans, Donnie, man. I'm telling you. All right. Let's hear what Yi has to say about your case. Yi, talk to me. What's the deal with Donnie's case?
Well, first of all, you have to understand that Donnie's been here since he was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been a permanent resident. His whole family's here. So he's built up his life here, and he's the kind of individual that we try to help as a firm, those who have set themselves down, established community roots, and are helping the community. And immigration, because of past criminal convictions, decided to arrest him abruptly, and they ended up keeping him locked up for 21 months. They actually moved him from detention center to detention center, and that can't be. That's a horrifying thing to experience, especially this year with the pandemic.
I'm sorry, just to interject. For the record, Squeeze, we tried to get him released on 2 separate occasions during the COVID outbreak, and they refused to release him.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, continue, Yi.
And we also filed a habeas in the end. So with the habeas petition,
What's a
habeas petition is a petition you file in a federal court saying that your client has been unlawfully detained, has been unlawfully locked up against his constitutional rights. So in this case, it's because he's been locked up for far too long. It's kind of cruel and unusual in a way, although that's not really the term that's used, but in a way it's kind of cruel and unusual to have somebody locked up for that period of time. So that's one other thing that we filed. So we ended up having this case in multiple federal courts. His immigration case was before the Second Circuit, and then we had a habeas petition filed with multiple district courts depending on where he was, and ultimately both of those things kind of came through. The Second Circuit, as you know, brought it all the way back down to reconsider some of the errors the judge made, and the habeas ultimately let him free.
But let me ask you something. Yeah, let me ask you something before you guys jump in. Is it legal for the Department of Homeland Security, for immigration, to hold someone that long? Is it legal for them to do that? I mean, you're talking about almost 2 years. Is it legal for them to do that?
Theoretically, it is legal, but it's going to be based on all the facts in the case. In some cases, it just depends on the case. It depends on, for example, the criminal conviction that caused him to be locked up. How much time did he spend in jail for that? If he spent multiple years in jail for
but he
that,
already paid his debt to society.
But this is civil detention.
Society, and this is just immigration.
Yes,
So
this
to
is
me, it
civil
seems like
detention.
he's being punished twice if he's in jail for 21 months. You see where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
Nelson and Yi?
Yeah, so actually that's one of the factors they consider is the circumstances in which he's locked up. Do they consider that something more like punishment? Sometimes people are locked up in detention centers that judges, I'm not sure I agree with that, but judges look at them as just family holding centers or something like that. And they say that's not really punishment. It's just a place for them to stay in the meantime. And others, they're locked up in downright prison type circumstances, and the judges are going to look at that differently.
Well, anyway, Donnie, I'm just very happy that you are free, man. I'm very, as a yard man, I understand you love your freedom. You want to go back to your house and get some good food. Now you're out.
Yes.
You're going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with the family. I don't know if you're a father or, you know, I don't know if you're a father.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm quite sure, you know, you'll be working on that in the future. You have your freedom, man. You have your whole life ahead of you. And that's what that's what PPID is all about. That's what Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico is all about. I've heard about cases that they have handled, man, which is unbelievable. And that's the reason why I say to everyone that's actually listening to this radio station, watching us on Facebook, I see a lot of people sharing, they should only go to PPID when they have an immigration matter. Obviously, we know about personal injury, but they should definitely go to PPID when they have an immigration matter. In your words, is there anything you would like to say about PPID before I ask Conrad or Nelson or Adam if they have something to say?
Well, I'm just glad. I was glad, you know, because they did a lot for me. It was rough at times, but I stuck with them and I believed in them, and you know I'm here now, and I'm just so grateful for all the work that they've done for me, Mr. Madrid, Mr. Yi. I appreciate what they did for me, and I'll never forget this. And I'm going to stick with them from here on, and to straighten up everything that I have to, regardless of, you know, if I'm trying to get my citizenship, anything. I'm going to stick with them. I'm going to try to keep in contact with them, because without them, I don't know. I don't think this would have been possible, because I saw things in there that it was just mind blowing, because there was lawyers that was taking people's money and not producing. These guys produced, and like I said, at times it gets a little overwhelming. But you know, I stuck with them, and they came through and they fought for me, and they did what they had to do. And I don't know. I'm just lost for words right now. But I'm grateful and I'm thankful for what they did for me.
Well, let me just jump in for a second. Do you know what was amazing about this story, David?
What?
Do you know after 21 months when he was released?
No. Go ahead.
Donnie, what day were you released?
Oh, I was released on my birthday.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Great birthday gift, man.
Yes, it was. Definitely.
Out on your birthday.
Definitely.
Now, let me ask you something, Donnie. What you have to say to all of the yard of them while listen upon the yard?
Man, okay, for everybody out there, man, and if they have someone that's detained right now, just I'll say, if you can't find a firm like Pollack, like Mr. Madrid and Mr. Yi, try to find a good lawyer, because you know there's lawyers out there that care. They care. Even though, you know, I was in that setting and I used to hear the negative stuff and reactions from different people. If you find, there's good lawyers out there, and Mr. Madrid and Yi is like, they were like a God-given gift to me, and I appreciate everything they did. And for anyone listening here, if you could listen to it in the detention centers and all that, please just find a good lawyer, because there's lawyers out there that's not doing what they're supposed to do.
So people can actually listen in the detention center?
Yeah, they have radios.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's cool. All right. So
yeah, and only certain places like in Jersey and like, you know, the New York area, but like upstate in Buffalo, you can't pick up this radio station.
Okay. Well, listen, man, I'm very happy. There's only one firm that you all need when it comes to immigration. And I've been spreading that, Donnie, for a while now. I've worked with people like Adam Handler, who is on the personal injury side. And let me just tell you something, man. I have learned so much throughout the 15 year relationship, you know, I've had with him where business is concerned and more. And I've seen where so many people they really, I mean, when you say good attorneys, you are right. You know, that is the word. Good. And that's what this firm is all about. They're very honest. Yes, it can get overwhelming at times, especially if you have a situation where you have had a run-in with the law before, but you have paid your debt to society, and here you are, you were detained for 21 months. You know, and I say this to all my people out there because we as immigrants in this country, unfortunately, our back is against the wall with certain things because we are being targeted every single day. And unfortunately, we're put in circumstances. But if and when we do pay our debt to society and immigration comes up, the only firm that I truly believe in right now is PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And you, Donnie, I'm very happy that you stuck with PPID. I'm very happy you stuck with Yee. I'm very happy you stuck with Nelson Madrid. These immigration attorneys at PPID did you justice, found you justice, and got you out on your birthday this year. Man, I'm happy for you, man. I really am happy for you. All right.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the show. Conrad, you got anything to say, Adam, before I let Donnie go?
No, I just love to hear that. Thank you so much, brother, for coming and sharing your story. That obviously takes some bravery to go public with that. And that means a lot to us and certainly means a lot to those listening right now who may find themselves in a very similar situation to you or have family that's in the same situation. So I guess the most important message that we're giving out is that, you know, these are real life success stories. You know, law firms can say they're great and they do this and they do that. But when we can actually put on real people to show and highlight the caliber and quality of work that our firm does, I think is very telling. So thank you so much, brother, for coming on and spreading the word. And clearly you are down with PPID, correct?
Thank you very much.
Definitely he is down with PPID.
Listen, David, and Donnie will be applying for citizenship, by the way.
Wow. And
okay.
PPID will be handling it.
Absolutely. But he is eligible for citizenship, and we will be applying for citizenship with him and will represent him during that process as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Conrad, what do you have to say?
What else is there to say? I mean, it's all been said. I mean, we did the job for this gentleman, and we're happy to have Donnie out, and we make him a citizen, and hopefully next presidential election, he'll be voting for, I don't know who, Kamala Harris?
Oh, man. Anyway, Donnie, thank you so much for being on this radio station. Thank you so much for choosing PPID. And go on.
Is it possible I can just give a shout out real quick?
Absolutely. Make a shout out, man. Go ahead.
I just want to shout out to everybody out there in those detention centers that's going through it right now, because it's tough. I noticed you guys mentioned something about prison. I know I've never been to prison before, never been to jail. But this right here, it was something new to me and something I have to adjust to. And it's tough in those places. It's very tough. I mean, there's fights, all kinds of stuff going on in there. There's a lot of negative reactions from the staff and all that in there. But I just want to tell those people in there that's going through it to keep their head up, and there's better days coming.
Thank you so much. Well said. Well
Thank
put.
you.
Man. All right. You couldn't have said it better for those people that are on the inside. And those people who are on the inside, reach out to PPID. Mention Link Up. Mention Donnie. All right. The number is 844-774-3529. You've got your family taking care of it. They've got payment plans. Make some arrangement with them, but go with PPID. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID Law. If you don't have a pen, just remember that. 844-PPID LAW. 844-PPID Law. Make the link, make the connection, and make it, of course, PPID. And they'll give you a free phone consultation. Just link them up, and all you got to do is schedule it with an attorney. With that said, Donnie, thank you so much, my brother. I'm looking forward to
before you go again, and I can't stress this enough, I want to thank you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for trusting us. You know, I mean, obviously there was a lot at stake here. I know it was a roller coaster, but you know, here we are today, and I'm happy you were able to come on and tell your story.
Yeah, and I appreciate everything. Like I said, I'm thankful for you, Mr. Madrid, Mr. Yee, the whole staff. I'm thankful, and I would love to come back to the show again because you know I have so much more to tell because there's a lot going on in those places that need to be exposed.
Okay, got you.
There's a lot of stuff what these people are doing.
We'll definitely have you back on.
Thanks.
Okay.
Again, Donnie. Looking forward to speaking with you again. Maybe we can bring you back on one of the evening shows also. I'm quite sure we'd love that. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You too.
Thanks.
God bless.
God bless.
You.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. A true success story on the immigration side of PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Thank you so much, Yee. Thank you so much, Nelson, for handling that brother. All right. Getting him out of detention and giving him his freedom. And now you will also be handling his citizenship. Once again, folks, it's not just about people who have, had issues or run-ins with the law in the past and is detained. It's just about anyone who has any kind of immigration concerns and need help. You've got to make it PPID. When we started this at the beginning of the year, the attorneys, I don't even know. I still don't even know how I convinced them to actually do free phone consultation. It must have been divine intervention. Because most attorneys do not do free phone consultation. They just don't. That's their time. That's money. They went to law school. They've got families. But this firm, this PPID, this Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, this attorney, Conrad Pollack, this attorney, Nelson Madrid, this attorney, Yee, Andrea, Alexandra, Adam Handler, you name them, Greg Pinto, they decided they are doing free phone consultation for this community. So who else would you want to pick? Adam has proven himself $125 million later when it comes to accident cases. And obviously, we just heard a true success story with a brother for over 20 minutes who was detained, and they were able to get him out on his birthday, and now he's going to be filing his citizenship by way of PPID. All I can say is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Anyone out there that has never dialed a number, stored the number, now is the time to dial it, let it ring 15 seconds and say, I'm down with PPID. There you go. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW. Love that, gentlemen. I love what just happened and what we just did. It was great. We need to do more true success stories like that right here on Cruising with a Case Handler, showing personal injury and, of course, immigration.
And
yeah, go ahead.
Just very quickly, I am proud to be part of this team, because we are a team. We work as a team. And this is a perfect example of how effective we are when we work as a team. This was a case that Yee and myself, and in fact, there was another attorney involved as well. So we were all able to successfully collaborate and have a positive result.
Thank you. Nelson Madrid speaking right there on the case. Let's jump it over to Adam Handler on personal injury, the top personal injury attorney on this radio station and probably throughout the entire community. We know he's truly the most celebrated. $125 million later cannot be wrong. So talk to me, Adam.
My man, I mean, all of that story, I'm all about, not only successful results, but true life success stories. And when you hear people talking about, the work we were able to do for them and their family, it's really what it's all about. I always say that the best part of my job, literally the best part of my job is when I hand that client that big settlement check, because then I know that justice has been served. I know that I've fulfilled my duty as their attorney in obtaining exactly what they're entitled to. And in the civil system here in the United States of America, the only justice, the only remedy available to you if you're hurt in an accident is monetary compensation. That's compensation for your medical bills, your time out of work, and of course your pain and suffering. And when I can hand those multi-million-dollar checks over to the clients, or the $100,000 checks over to the clients, or the $20,000 check over to the client, depending on their injury and their treatment, I know that I did everything I could, and that's why we're able to keep rolling like this, because people, talk about us. They spread the word. They can vouch for us, and that's how successful businesses continue to operate. So let's go to a quick story that I felt compelled to talk about. This was an accident case that actually Matthew Goodstein, my associate, took to trial. He did a great job, and we can highlight it right now. Stephen was the name he wanted us to use, and this was a work accident, but also a motor vehicle accident. People think that if you're in a motor vehicle accident, it can't be a work accident. That's not true. He was delivering, making delivery runs, and another vehicle smashed into him on the street. And if you could read that quote for me, please, I would certainly appreciate it.
Absolutely. The case handler team is honest, trustworthy, and like family to me. There goes that operative word. They don't treat people like files, and they will look out for your best interest. Great job by a great team. Stephen from Brooklyn, New York. The settlement, $185 whopping $1,000. The case handler did that. Facts.
Absolutely did. This was a crazy story. He's driving down the street, and another driver with road rage, if you can see right now on Facebook, the white vehicle is our vehicle, and the other vehicle starts ramming him onto the sidewalk. Can you imagine how scary that must have been? That this vehicle starts, I guess he was unhappy with the way that our client was driving. Maybe he was driving too slow for him, and he starts ramming his vehicle onto the sidewalk. It was like a ridiculous situation. And he wound up having a surgery to his shoulder. The insurance companies made us an offer, I believe, of $5,000. $5,000 the insurance company offered us, and then raised our offer to $150,000. We went to trial, and it settled that trial for $185,000. So a crazy fact pattern, a crazy offer by the insurance company, and then of course a crazy good job done by the case handler team, specifically in this case Matt Goodstein. So ladies and gentlemen, you got one chance to get it right.
One choice.
That's enough. You cannot reopen a personal injury case ever once it's resolved. You got one chance, one choice. I'm your case handler. We're Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, otherwise known as PPID. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Keep our number, save our number. Hopefully you never need it. God forbid you do. You'll be happy that you called our firm and not the other firms that are advertising top of the hour on this radio station. Go with the winner. Go with somebody you trust. Go with somebody you know. And you all know me, your boy, the case handler. Thank you so much, Squeeze.
Thank you so much for being down with PPID, Adam Handler. That's the in thing, ladies and gentlemen. All you got to ask the other attorneys on this top of the hour is, are you down with PPID? I know what the answer will be. Anyway, let's continue on Facebook, 844-PPID-LAW. It's 10 o'clock. All right, let's continue, man. Great show so far. Powerful show so far. Brought to you by the law firm Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Prior results to that guarantee similar outcome, but they have proven themselves. They've got that track record. Adam Handler getting you the maximum compensation. God forbid you get hurt in an accident. The immigration team getting people out of detention and doing a whole lot more. 844-774-3529. I see the calls coming in. Okay, 844-774-3529. Everyone needs to call that number. You're on Facebook. Do us a favor. Share what it is that you're watching to at least 20 friends, please. At least 20 friends. The numbers have been growing immensely, tremendously, and we do appreciate that. Let's flip it over to immigration questions now on Cruising with a Case Handler. All right. First question, gentlemen. My dad filed the I-130 petition for me. However, he's not in good health, and I don't know how to proceed. He's confined to a rehab center, suffered from multiple strokes, and was even diagnosed with cancer. I'm currently located in Jamaica, and my petition was filed on April 10th, 2020. I'm afraid that he may pass away before the filing process is completed, and I won't be able to see him and say goodbye. Would getting an immigration lawyer speed up the process for me? So pretty much he's been filed for. His dad may pass.
That's a Yee special. Go ahead, Yee, take him.
Okay, well, it wouldn't speed it up per se, but the good news is that, God forbid that does happen and he does pass away, there would be a way for him to get an immigration status regardless. Basically, if he has a substitute sponsor who could sponsor him financially and he can show that he deserves to be allowed his visa into the United States, he can be granted what's called humanitarian reinstatement of his petition, which would give him, for humanitarian reasons, an avenue to get permanent residence in the United States.
There you go. Talk about the scientist, man. He knows it inside out.
But what, hang on a sec, aren't there a couple of factors? Wouldn't it be better if he was in the if the applicant beneficiary was in the United States? You would have a stronger.
In the United States, theoretically, it's better, but he's in Jamaica right now,
Right.
and it's discretion regardless. It's
All right,
really
but-
discretion showing your equities.
Okay, but also, did he mention that the petition's been approved? I don't know if it's been approved yet. I believe if the petitioner or his dad dies before that I-130 petition is approved,
It's not approved yet.
then he's got a problem.
Yeah.
Correct?
Been
Mhm.
filed for. It's only been-
The way the law works is if he has an approved petition and he's not in the United States, then once the consulate finds out that his father has passed away, the consulate would revoke the approval. But based on humanitarian grounds,
Yeah.
the beneficiary could then go about the process that he was just discussing. But that petition, that I-130, has to be approved. If
Yeah.
the father, if his father were to unfortunately pass away before that petition gets approved, that case is over.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Unless he's in the United States. That's right.
Yes.
Right. Let me change this hypo a little. What if, God forbid, his father were to pass away? Is there any way he can expedite travel to the United States to possibly attend his father's funeral?
You could always apply for a visa to try to get in, but come on. You know that's not happening.
The visitor's visa.
Yeah, but he's already applied for his green card. He's demonstrated immigrant intent. In order to obtain a tourist visa, you have to prove that you're not an immigrant, that you're not intending to immigrate here. He's already demonstrated that he is. It's not a chance he's going to get a visa.
All right.
Unless, of course, he has those links, right? Squeeze.
There you go. Oh man, you don't want to get yourself in any trouble. All right. Tell you what, walk through the door. Don't climb over the fence. That's all I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reason why you choose PPID, and at least let them give you a free phone consultation by you calling 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make that link. All right, let's go to another question here. It says here, my mother has been a U.S. citizen for 9 years. I am 47 years old and my mom is filing for me. I was wondering if I could bring my kids along. They are 17, 13, 16 years old. I'm wondering what's the best way for them to join the filing. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Come on, guys, wake up.
Eeny, meeny, mo.
I'm sorry. Can you ask that question again?
All right. My mother has been a U.S. citizen for 9 years. I am 47 years old and my mom is filing for me. I was wondering if I could bring my kids along. They are 17, 13, 16 years old. I'm wondering what's the best way for them to join the filing.
You know, I think right now, you know, obviously under the current administration, you would be subject to the travel ban. I think this also falls into a priority or a preference category. This would take some time. It also depends on how old his children are. You know, I believe if his children are, I'm sorry? I believe if his children are under a certain age, they may be able to follow. If his children are over 21, I believe he would have to file a petition for each child.
Got you. Okay. But I say that they should actually call PPID because I'm down with PPID. They should be down with PPID. So make that link, make that call, make that connection.
David, just to add to that, again, this is not to be construed as legal advice. Okay. No. This is just very basic general information based on the general facts that we've been given.
Right.
And I think this is the purpose and this is the point of actually meeting with a lawyer, because as I said, I don't know the age of the children, the
details,
right. And we're in the middle of an election. We don't obviously still know what's going to happen. But presently there is a presidential proclamation that prevents, I don't know, is he in Jamaica? Is he abroad? Is he here in the United States? So there's a lot more information that's missing that we would need to know to better answer that question.
Oh, in terms of that proclamation, I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at my phone and getting all this updated news today. That presidential proclamation may be going away soon, guys.
Yeah, I know.
It might be expiring along with the Trump administration on December 31st of this year. So,
well, I tell you what, Conrad, with that said, 844-774-3529 is the number. This is Cruising with a Case Handler show, a show on personal injury and immigration. However, with everything that's going on, we now give the maestro the platform.
Well, if anybody has been following the news this morning, it's looking very much like today we're going to have a new president-elect because overnight, Joe Biden took the lead in Georgia, and just recently he took the lead in Pennsylvania. If he wins Pennsylvania, over. He gets the 20 electoral votes in Pennsylvania. That puts him over the top. And right now, it's certainly looking that way. That's going to happen today. And for those of you, if you want to get into details, these are all the votes that they're counting currently are votes that arrived in Pennsylvania by election day. The law in Pennsylvania currently allows votes to come in until today, but those votes are being segregated, the votes that arrived after November 3rd, because the Supreme Court may intervene and might determine that those votes are not allowed. But even if that happens, which I don't think it will, but even if that happens, Biden apparently is ahead based on votes arriving as of election day. So he won't even need the additional votes that have come in subsequently, which means even if there's a lawsuit and even if Trump wins the lawsuit, which is unlikely, Biden still gets Pennsylvania. And if Biden gets Pennsylvania, game over, folks. So
just also to add,
one more important fact in this regard, which, look, this is great news for immigrants in this country. All right. But in terms of immediate benefits, again, the travel ban, which has affected a lot of people, and I know a lot of people are out there listening this morning, that travel ban has stopped cases that they've been waiting for their visas for 5 years, for 10 years. And with this travel ban, those waits have been put off indefinitely. This travel ban will end on December 31st, and Mr. Orange Man will be gone shortly thereafter. So I can pretty much assure you that travel ban is going to end, which is great news.
And just to add, fun fact, which I found comical, lawsuit was filed in Pennsylvania, which was dismissed. Lawsuit was filed in Michigan, which was dismissed. Desperate people do desperate things. And this is so transparent. It really is, but it's a sad day. It's a sad day for democracy because this undermines our democracy. This makes us look weak as a nation. Again, this is never, ever. I spoke to my father yesterday and I asked my father, I said, when was the last time you remember that this country was in the state that it's in right now? And whose watch did this happen under? Right? Because these are the facts. I'm not making this up. Right? So, hopefully this comes to a conclusion soon. Hopefully, and I believe SCOTUS will do the right thing. The Supreme Court of the United States, if it makes it all the way up to SCOTUS. But I believe the law is pretty clear.
Nelson, I don't even think it's going to go that far. The fact is, as I just said, Biden is winning based on votes that came in on election day. if there's the principal lawsuit that the Trump administration right now is trying to join, that's in the Supreme Court, has to do with the ballots coming in after Election Day, that they shouldn't be counted. All right, he wins that. Fine. The votes from arriving after Election Day don't count. Doesn't matter. Biden still looks like he's going to take it by probably, it looks like 50 to 100,000 votes.
But you know what we left out also.
Look, let's look at the bright. Let's try to accentuate the positive here. All right. The fact is, when Trump won in 2016, he won. I believe he had about. I think he won with 306 electoral votes. It looks like Biden right now is on track to get the same. All right. Big difference though. Trump lost the popular vote in 2016 by, I don't know, 3 million votes to Hillary. It looks like Biden is going to not only get up over 300 electoral votes, he's also going to win the popular vote by like 4 million people. All right?
Well, he's got the most.
Maybe
he's got
more.
The most ever.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
So and Trump and the Republicans claimed a mandate based on the results in 2016. If that's a fact, then what is Biden entitled to claim? Not only winning the same number of electoral votes, but also a 4 million popular vote advantage. What does that mean? That's a mandate if ever there was one. So this is all good stuff happening. All right. And it does look like right now, it looks like it's not going to be a razor thin edge. In the end, it looks like Biden is going to pretty much go over 300 electoral votes. So
the hypocrisy.
So it looks like he's going to match what Trump did last time around, and more so.
The hypocrisy here also is stop counting in the states where I'm ahead and keep counting in the states where I'm behind.
Well, again, Nelson.
Which is it's moronic.
Nelson, he goes over. He wins Pennsylvania today. He wins Pennsylvania today. It's done. It's over.
Well, that's what I heard as well, that he has to win both Pennsylvania and Georgia.
Right.
Well, it looks like Georgia, it looks like he's going to win, but a lot closer. But Pennsylvania, but that puts him over the top. That gives him 273. And as I said, he won't even need all of those extra votes that they're fighting about, whether they qualify or not. So it's not going to matter. It looks like a done deal, and we're going to know it today, folks.
Well, that's all I need to know, that we're going to know today. Enough is enough, man. I've had enough of this. It's been stretched.
I got one quick question. Does everybody have that bottle of champagne chilling? And if you don't, go out, get it, and have it chilling for tonight.
I got some Don Julio, some Clase Azul, and I got that Dom P, that special P2 Dom P waiting to boss, as we said. Anyway, gentlemen, it's been a great show. I'm very proud of all the show, but I love the show today. And I do believe everyone that's watching and listening would love to hear us bring on more true success stories. I think it does wonders for the listening community and wonders in people really understanding how far you guys go as a team. What I saw from this show today, and Conrad, not brown nosing you, but you built a great firm. And what I'm getting at, you said that, I think it was Adam that says you are the architect of the firm. I realize how the firm is structured now. You've got a Nelson Madrid who is phenomenal in certain areas of the immigration practice. You've got Yee that is phenomenal in certain areas. You've got the Andreas and the Alexandra, in certain areas. And when you put yourselves together as a team, it makes you guys truly the leader in the industry when it comes to immigration law. And
I view it like putting a football team together.
There you go.
Football team can't be successful unless it has an intelligent and successful management team, a good GM. Putting a football team together, you got to get that offensive line straightened out first. It doesn't matter how good your quarterback is. Right? If you don't have an offensive line in front of that quarterback, he's going to get sacked.
Yeah.
Right? You got to get an offensive line. You got to get a good defense going. You have to have a defensive line and cornerbacks and so on and so forth, and a great middle linebacker. That's what a successful GM in the NFL does. Right? The analogy is it matches putting a law firm together as well. Right? Yeah. And that's always been my intention. So
good work. And then, we have the Adam Adler. He said yesterday, I believe it was, that, when he mentioned to someone that he was pontificating the Caribbean or the immigrant community, they thought he was nuts. But here's a community, and here's is a group of people that lack certain knowledge when it comes to accident cases and were led to believe certain things. And, way back when, in my early years when I was younger, I used to think the same thing as them, that it doesn't matter. You get hurt in an accident, just go to any attorney and, whatever it is. And that's how it works out. It's generic. And here he has proven $125 million later that is not so. You need a specific attorney for your specific case. And he has proven himself. His track record is right there up front. And not only that, overall, you all treat people with honesty, fairness, and like family. So I want to applaud all of you for doing what it is that you do and being here for the communities that's out there. With that said, that's my final word. And let's keep our fingers crossed.
Have a great weekend.
Guys, look, I'm looking out the window and it's a beautiful sunny day, blue skies. Today is a happy day. All right. The happy day. Donnie is out of jail. All right. And he's on the air and telling us about it. We're here talking
maybe one may be going in.
We're talking about the election result. We're talking about the election results, and it looks like the orange man is going to be going away soon. Like I said, it's a beautiful sunny day, folks. All right. It's Friday. Weekend is coming. Looks like an enjoyable weekend ahead. So good days ahead.
Negril, here we come.
Yeah, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. Blue again, blue water again, blue everywhere. Blue sky.
Well, that's the only blue wave I'm concerned about.
Well, again, a lot of people out there, the immigrant community out there, that travel ban has put. I mean, how do you even begin to talk about or describe what some of these people have been, how they felt when they heard back in April that my relative in Jamaica, who I sponsored 6 years ago, he's going to have to wait now, who knows how long, because Trump decided that he didn't want any more immigrants coming into the country based on those categories. All right. Today, it looks like that travel ban is going away. And now those people could now plan, and hey, maybe their mother or their child or son or daughter or whatever, was just about ready to get their interview. All right. And then the travel ban hit and they had to cancel the interview, consul's closed. Now, 2021, it looks like they'll be able to come. So, that means a lot to a lot of people out there. And that's why, again, this election, they say elections have consequences. Here's a real good example of how elections have consequences. All right. And in this case, very positive one. So, that's real good stuff. And, there's a lot of reasons to celebrate. So, I know I'm going to be celebrating today. Or tonight, as soon as the results are official, I'm going to be celebrating myself. So I told you, please, I got that bottle of Atherton Estate sitting here. I'm ready to pop it tonight.
I know you are. All right. Listen, guys, we're all going to Conrad's house tonight. All right. Anyway, thank you, gentlemen.
Did I say Atherton? I keep saying Atherton.
I know that you said that last time. I'm like, what the hell is Atherton?
Appleton.
Appleton.
I meant Appleton. Jeez.
There
you got to correct me, man. Adam, you know why I say Atherton. You got to correct me, man.
I got it.
I'm getting old and feeble.
Listen, I know. Sometimes I'm just, scared to correct you. What can I say?
Right. Adam Handler scared. Anyway, thank you all so much. It's been a great show, as noted before, and have yourself an amazing weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, check us out for live shows again on Monday at 9:30 a.m. Thank you all. Have yourself an amazing weekend. And don't forget to check us out on 93.5 FM this Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 10 p.m. until 2 p.m. You'll hear more on PPID.